Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that is due to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Kakadash. I'd like to get double honors into the apostles and the elders of the Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Gospel brother, living up the standard of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is titled The Lord Will Avenge His Elect. You just have to be patient because you know that the okay, because if the Lord was to start bringing judgment just on people just because, the Lord brings his judgment to pass but each and every one of us have our particular life and judgment set before us. And each brother's life, each sister's life, each Jake's life is carefully orchestrated through Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So certain things are going to be set up to receive certain judgments. Okay, and also you have to understand that scriptures say, go not into worry not about how the wicked should be punished, but rather worry about how the righteous shall be saved, because we know eventually the wicked is going to get punished, man. Okay, especially those that's not professing the faith or serious about the faith. The Most High has a judgment for those people. Okay, because look at us. We've been judged on several levels. We catch our hell, we go through our ups and downs in life. Whether it be financial woes or illnesses or whatever, we all go through our shit, and honestly speaking, this world is not really for us, and some just came to thought, but it's a personal thing, so I'm not gonna really speak on it, but if you see how the world looks out for their own and not the men of the Lord, then you can kind of start to see where I'm getting at with this, because we all go through situations, whether we lose things and near life or death experiences, and only people that's really there to console you is the brothers, man. Like a lot of the things I go through I kind of keep to myself, man, but I know I had lost a vehicle prior to a fire. It was weird as fuck. I think it was due to the heat, and of course it was just all spiritual, it was demonic demons. But anyway, long story short, the car burnt up and the brothers was there. Everybody lived out their night the way they was gonna live it out regardless. It wasn't nothing. So I didn't really tell nobody it, because I didn't tell my family, because it wasn't none of their business. I'm like, just a car, But even then, just on the outside looking in, you would think people would at least reach out and be like, hey, you cool, But when it comes to people of the world, or it can just be something as small as somebody can be dying from an illness, and the person is barely known, but yet they have their hands over heels for that person's well-being. But yet I almost burnt the fuck up in a goddamn car. And the only person that was there to console me was the brothers, man. So it kind of make you wonder, like, damn, versus this person I've been knowing for years versus a person I've only known a couple of months. Like the scripture say, a man acquainted with grief, stricken through with many sorrows. That's the life of a prophet. So don't think that it's unnormal for you brothers to be in a mournful state. Though you don't want that to consume you, you don't want that to function out here. No. Okay, we gotta function through our pain and suffering, because remember, we're the backbone for the nation of Israel. We're taking on the afflictions of our people anyway. Though you don't realize it, a lot of the sorrow you have is the affliction of your people. Because Jake, man, they don't see it. They too caught up in this American lifestyle to even care about the type of hell they in. I was looking at this documentary not too long ago, and they said the worst thing Jake could have done was integrate with Esau. Okay, because when you think about the integration, that basically kept us below this man, because he had control over all the political systems, the schools, and he was like, what, if I let these niggas integrate with me, I can keep them down, because they're not trying to overthrow me. They're not trying to get above me. They just want to be on a level I'm on. So if I can give them the illusion that at least 3 out of 1 million of them niggas make it, then I've done my job. But see, when you were separated or segregated, you came up. We prospered. We had our own businesses, we had our own banks and so forth. We just didn't have military might for real. That's why we got taken over. Plus, it was the will of the Lord that we wouldn't prosper, because we were sitting here to serve captivity. But that's to show you that if you give Jake some time, Jake gonna find a way, man, and we gonna surpass people, because that's the talent we have. But when we integrated with Esau, that whole civil rights movement nonsense, that pretty much put they put you back in a gulag, so to speak. You back in slavery, you back in a handicap now, because now this man has particular systems that's set up to keep you beneath. You know, one thing that he did was feminism and destroyed the family. Okay, when women was able to work and able to think for themselves as far as on financial status in the world, generational wealth, then that pretty much put a dent in the family structure, because now instead of working together or your wife following behind you, she has her own mindset that, well, look, I can go out and do my own thing. I don't really need you for real. Okay, because the rite of passage this damn devil gave her, and that's off as hell, because that destroys families. You got men that look down on women really working, because it brings confusion in the workforce, man. Women and men not supposed to work around each other, because men and women are not designed to be around each other outside of sexual relationship, so to speak, or a relationship, because that's how our sexes were created. So you got a wife or is married, but yet she's working under a particular brokerage or financial institution or bank, she's going to be introduced to men of higher stature, and eventually, they're going to offer her opportunity, and she's going to take it, because it's going to appease her flesh. It's going to make her feel empowered. Okay, you on the other end, you're like, well, nah, babe, we got to make it rock out this way. She's like, yeah, I want to follow you, but I just can't take that chance on you. And that burns your spirit, because it's like she ain't got faith in you, But overall, it's a judgment for everything. Like, wait till this dollar collapse, man. When this dollar collapse, that's it. All the fun and games, all the folly and plan and this, all that stuff, all this shit's getting ready to go out the window. Okay, because the scriptures say in Ezekiel the 7th chapter, it says, let it be him that selleth, him that buyeth as he that selleth, roughly paraphrasing. Let him that had occupied merchandise be as though he have it, and he have not. Let those that have wives be as though they have none, and those that have wives be as the widow, because the time is short. So we in crunch time, so the whole building up the family here in America, we're past that, because judgment is getting ready to commence, and to do it at this time it'll be a detriment almost, so that's why the Lord said those of you that forsook households should receive 100-fold. So you got to look at it, the things you wanted on this side is you had to let it go as a sacrifice for greater good in the kingdom, and you got to believe that, because if you don't believe in better, then what's the point of you even wasting your time in his faith? Okay, you basically just gonna drive yourself crazy, and you're gonna start to blame the Lord, because you're gonna blame him because things ain't going right in your spirit. Well, Lord, you took this house from me, you took this kid from me, you took this woman from me. You're gonna start to hate Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and you don't want to do that, because you have to understand, count the cost, man. This truth is all about loss and getting offended, and being broken, because the Lord said he's near to those that's in a contrite spirit and a broken spirit. So yeah, it's normal for the prophets to be mourning or in sorrow or in a heavy spirit. Shit, all the prophets was in a heavy spirit. The Lord himself said he was a man acquainted with grief, man, stricken with many sorrows. The Lord was not the happiest person in the world, because he understood the mission, and also battling with his people, dealing with Jake is enough to want to drive you crazy, man. Like, I gotta go to work and I gotta suffer these people. I don't want to be around these people, man. I don't want to be around these people. But hey, that's part of our lot. But nonetheless, man, the Lord is going to revenge his elect. The Lord says, should he not avenge his own elect? Okay, and if we are the elect, the Lord is going to avenge us, man. You got to believe you justified, especially if you still pushing the word. You gotta realize that you're justified at this point. The Lord still have the spirit on you to go strong. So no matter what type of guilt people in the world wants to put on you, because things didn't work according to their favor, you still got the favor of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, and that's all that matters. Because what I realize is that you can't please and you can't save everybody. Some people, you just gotta let them go, man. You gotta let certain situations, certain obstacles, certain livelihoods burn. Certain lifestyles, you gotta let it burn, man. You may not want to, but you gotta realize, man, we got a more important job to do. Yeah, it sucks. We want our cake and eat it too. Yeah, we want our children, we want everything to go right for. We want our wives to make it. Of course, I never knew a man that wanted his wife to be destroyed. Even Lot didn't want his wife to be destroyed. But regardless, he couldn't look back. He had to continue to focus on the mission, you know? Shit, I'd be lying if I told you that, you know, I wanted my old lady to be destroyed. Fuck no. That's the last thing, because we love our family. We love our people. You know, nobody wants to see their mother destroyed or parents destroyed. But, I mean, that's not always the case, you know? So, that's just what it is, man. But anyway, brother Slaki, I was kind of all over the place. But giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Shemi, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Rakakodashim. With that, Shalom and the Baba Shalom.